Okay, we all know the story of the Lion King. Yes, the long-awaited king returns. You do know the story, as do I, so no spoilers here. Disney's The Lion King begins in the African savannah, where a future king, Simba, is born. Simba, of course, idolizes his dad, King Mufasa, who's murdered by Mufasa's jealous brother, Scar. Okay, Scar frames the murder on Simba, who then runs away and leaves Scar and his heathenist friends, or his heathenist buddies, the hyenas, to take over the Pride Land. What's the Pride Land? You'll find out later. So Simba grows up all loosey-goosey with his new friends. Timba is the meerkat. Pumbaa is the warthog. And, Timon. God dang it, it's Timon and Pumbaa. Anyway, they live by the motto Hakuna Matata. Listen, I'm not going to go through this whole storyline with you right now because if you haven't seen the animated version or at least the play, then I just really can't help you. However, I will show you a little bit of it. Watch.
Closer. He lives in you.
Lion King was a story that people knew intimately.
Simba.
The reason The Lion King has endured is because the inspiration that we're getting from it is universal.
It's a story that remains true to everybody.
The songs are amazing. Just felt like everything you want from a Disney movie.
Getting to relive it in a new way is really exciting.
What's the motto?
Nothing. What's the motto with you?
Nice!
Boom!
I'm entering into Lion King, inheriting all that I learned on Jungle Book. There was a tremendous opportunity to retell the story using a new set of tools and a new technology.
John just seems to have it all there. It's really impressive how he just sort of holds that all together.
I really admire the vast array of talent that's been assembled for this film. It's a privilege to be counted among these actors.
Dad, let me come. I can help.
No, son, you stay with the other cubs.
And then the music, there was such a rich tradition surrounding the songs that Hans and Elton and Tim Rice and now Pharrell worked on. Also, it's nice to have actors who are both the performers and the singers. You have Beyonce and Donald. They present something totally new and exciting.
You have to take your place as king.
Now, the star-studded cast includes Donald Glover, who portrays Simba, and he's amazing. Beyonce Knowles Carter, who plays Nala, Simba's BFF. James Earl Jones is reprising his role as Mufasa, which who else could do that? While Chiwetel Ejiofor portrays Scar, and Seth Rogen is Pumbaa, and Billy Eichner rounds out the cast as Timon. It's directed by Jon Favreau, and I'm going to tell you right now, well, first let's talk about what's different. They use live-action filmmaking techniques with like photoreal computer-generated imagery. So I guess think the new Jungle Book. What? You gonna see that? Wow, sad. Okay, here's how it happens. Environments were kind of designed with a game engine, okay? With virtual reality tools that allow the director to kind of walk around in like the virtual set. So he was like scouting and setting up shots as if he were actually standing in Africa in the Pride Land. So that's cool. So now, let's talk about the acting. Donald Glover is perfect as Simba. And the kids who play young Simba and young Nala, oh my gosh, they are amazing. You know Shahadi Wright Joseph, who plays Nala as the star of Jordan Peele's Us. She also was the youngest person ever to play Nala in the Broadway play. She did it at 9, guys. 9 years old. I think I was still learning to tie my shoes at 9, but I digress. This is not about me. J.D. McCrary, you know him from The Pains, you know him from Little. Anyway, I got a chance to sit down and talk to these little triple threats, and I love them. But anyway, here's a little bit of how that went. So when your people call you, I'll ask you first, and they say, hey, we got this part for you auditioned for, and you're going to get this part. When you get the call that you got the part to play Simba, are you like, how do you respond?
Well, first I prayed because, that's always how I do things. I always give it up to the man above. And I was just super excited about it because it's The Lion King. It's the biggest movie, the biggest Disney movie in my opinion. And I'm going to be Simba in the movie, which is the main character, the main protagonist. And so just being in this, I felt so blessed, and, here we are.
And so you've been playing Nala on Broadway. How do you respond when you got the call?
It was actually a pretty funny story. We signed an NDA, and we had no idea what the live action Lion King really meant. I had done Hairspray Live before, so we were like, is it that kind of thing? So we were a little bit confused, but then once we got the call, and my agent finally told us, what that really meant, we kind of just like flipped out. It was so exciting, and we were just really, really honored to get started with this.
So, favorite part about shooting The Lion King? What was your favorite part?
Ooh, I think that I liked recording Just Can't Wait to Be King with JD. That was my favorite part.
My favorite part about being in The Lion King and recording it was not actually recording it. It was being in the studio because they had everything there. So they had a VR, which was like the Lion King experience. It felt like you were in the savannah with all the animals. You got to see Pride Rock. You got to see the grass. You got to see all of it, the elephant graveyard.
Everything.
And also there was a room with a bunch of pictures of every character, and it was like on every wall.
Right,
Were
it
you
was
in
so
that room?
cool, yes.
Yeah, and there was like a scale model of the elephant graveyard and Pride Rock. It was everything.
Not the scale,
Yeah. Not a scale. It was just like a little model. And it was super cool. I'm sorry for my grammar. And also, outside of the Black Box Theater, there was like a cubicle full of all of the artists who did all of the animation. And you could really walk there and see what they're doing.
Yeah.
It was cool.
All right, so that was the coolest thing. What was the most challenging thing?
Most challenging thing? That's a hard question. I want you to go.
Okay. I guess that the most challenging thing had to have been, not having to use your body to support you during the voice acting sessions. That was a little bit hard just because, you usually need your hands to talk or, your legs to move around with you. But that's exactly what we did, so that made it much easier.
Well, I would say the most challenging part was, maybe...
There weren't many.
There weren't many because I knew all my lines. I felt very professional. And the singing part wasn't too hard. Maybe I'd say the singing. It was fun, but...
just trying to get it just perfect.
Yeah, trying to get it just perfect with Pharrell in the room was like crazy.
Yeah.
So you do this film and it's like The Lion King. It's fantastic. Yeah. If you weren't in this film, and of course we know The Lion King is probably our all-time favorite Disney film, what would be your second favorite Disney film?
Princess and the Frog.
I was gonna say
that.
That
was
you took it from me. How dare you? I was thinking about who I could play in it, but I don't think you could play
Prince
anybody.
Naveed.
But
young Prince Naveed.
Maybe. Princess and the Frog is my favorite.
Yes.
But since she took my vote, I'll say Hercules. Because I love Hercules.
And the songs in Hercules.
Those songs are so great. They were playing it on the Disney cruise that I went on, and I was like grooving to it. It's like the best music.
It really is.
Okay, so their greatness now, how are they going to be in 10 years? I am just wanting to think about it. So this is, very similar to the animated version, almost word for word. And it's classic. People love it. So you can see why there wasn't a lot of artistic liberties taken here. And for me, Beyonce stands out kind of like a sore thumb, not because her acting is bad, but just because her voice is so recognizable that even though I'm sitting here and I'm watching a lion on the screen, I'm seeing Beyonce every time she speaks. Still though, I liked it. I liked her in it. Everybody was amazing in it. And I liked the film. My 13-year-old and my 5-year-old liked it the same. So if you see it, I want to know if you liked it. So post your opinion in the comment section below.